Hello, it's mental health awareness this week, and the focus is on anxiety. My name is Kath Temple, and I'm known as the Success and Happiness Psychologist, and I founded the Happiness Foundation in the United Kingdom and in Gibraltar. It's a non-profit in the UK, and it's a charity, a registered charity in Gibraltar. One of the techniques that I use in my integrative therapeutic work with people, anxiety and depression make up about 87% of all mental illnesses. So it's a big deal. And I work with more and more children with anxiety as well since lockdown. That lockdown has a lot to answer for, let me tell you. The techniques I use with children and with adults for anxiety are three really. I use a mixture of CBT and NLP. I use some psychotherapeutic techniques combined with those as well, and EFT, the emotional freedom technique, and havening. Havening developed by two beautiful men, wonderful men, great friends, Dr Ron Ruden and Dr Steve Ruden, twins from New York, learned, beautiful hearts, beautiful souls, kind of people. Anyways, love them dearly. And I've been lucky enough to be a keynote speaker at two of their conferences. So I taught you EFT in one of the other videos. Let me teach you a little havening. Now, EFT puts the brain in a theta state. Theta is the state of hypnosis, when change is very possible, when the gateways to the unconscious opens. Havening is a little different to that. Havening puts the brain in a delta wave. Now, delta is slow wave healing sleep, but the client is awake. Now, in slow wave healing sleep, the body repairs itself. So a wonderfully restful, peaceful state. And havening, as well as putting a client in a delta state, it too will release serotonin and oxytocin because the parasympathetic nervous system is activated and because touch is involved, hence the oxytocin. It does a lot more than that, but that's sufficient for a short video on Mental Health Awareness Week. So havening touch involves putting your hands upon your shoulders. There's a lot of serotonin come out of certain parts of your body, including the shoulders, down the arms, and across the palms. Very little serotonin comes off the back of the hands, but across the palms is really good. And if you're working with someone, maybe a child or maybe a partner, maybe a sister, a brother, a friend, the face has a ton of serotonin comes off of it when we give it these beautiful therapeutic touches. So I'm just going to do the arm touching. But you would tune in to something, whatever that is, and then you would distract yourself in some way. So whatever you tuned into, maybe some unpleasant emotions around anxiety, stress or whatever, and you would rate them on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being as intense as they could be. What number are they? And we're going to go back to that and tune back into it again. So wherever you are with whatever you want to clear, just notice the number that you're at. 0 to 10. Where are you? And now let's do some visualization along with some havening touch. Are you ready? So hands on your shoulders, and let's just come down those arms and across those palms so that you know how to do the havening touch. And I want you to count backwards now from 50 through to 0 in twos. And I want you to imagine that you're in one of your most favourite places. So my favourite place, well, I love my own garden. I'm sitting looking out at it here in this garden room. Love Barbados. I do. That gorgeous sea, beautiful scenery. And I love St. Bees Beach in Cumbria, which is kind of my home county of Cumbria, the Lake District. I love Gibraltar. There's tons of gorgeous spaces and places. So I want you to imagine that you're in your gorgeous space and place, and let's count backwards together. And just imagine you're taking a walk or sitting and looking around at the lovely space and place. Count backwards out loud for me. 50, 48, 46, 44. You continue the counting, and I'll just give you some prompts. Notice what you notice about where you are in your mind, and take a gaze around in your mind. Take a gaze around. Notice the colours. Notice the shapes and the textures. Notice the expansiveness of where you are. Notice the smells of that space and place, as if you're there now. And now notice the sounds of that beautiful space and place. Notice the sounds of that space and place. Notice what you notice about it. Gazing around to your left and then to your right. Just noticing things, taking it all in, raising your levels of awareness. And I'm going to guess we're about down to 0 now. And so just rubbing the palms and bringing your eyes just level. Take your eyes to the left, eyes to the right, 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 eyes to the left, and eyes to the right. And then hands on your shoulders again. And this time I want you to imagine that you're on a beautiful beach on a warm summer's day, the temperature just right, just the right level of a soft breeze of change moving throughout your being. We're going to count forward this time, 1 to 25 in single figures, and just imagine the sand beneath your feet, the sound of the waves. Here we go. 1, count out loud with me, 2, 3, noticing that sea, 4, and the horizon line, where the sea meets the sky, 5 and 6, the feel of the sand beneath your feet, 7 and 8 and 9, the texture of the sand, 10 and 11, 12, the temperature of the sand, and 13, 14, 15, maybe just dip your feet in the edge of the sea, 15 and 16, 17 and 18, noticing what you notice about the texture of the sand now, 19 and 20, 21, 22, gazing all around the colours, shapes and textures, 23, 24 and 25. That's it. Just like a self-love, self-havening here. And bring your eyes just level. And take your eyes to the left and eyes to the right. Eyes to the left and eyes to the right. Eyes to the left and eyes to the right. Eyes to the left and eyes to the right. Eyes to the left, eyes to the right. That's it. And now the hands on the shoulders again. And this time imagine that you're walking on freshly cut grass on a beautiful blue-skied, warm summer's day. And we're going to count forwards again from 1 to 21 this time. You're going to count out loud. Here we go. 1. That's it. And 2. Feeling the feel of the grass under your feet. 3 and 4. Smelling that freshly mown grass. 5 and 6. 7 and 8. Imagine where you are and the scenery all around that grass. 11, 12, 13, looking up at the sky. 14, noticing what you notice about it. 15 and 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. That's it. And then eyes to the center, just level. Eyes to the left and eyes to the right. Eyes to the left and eyes to the right. Eyes to the left, eyes to the right. Eyes to the left, eyes to the right. Eyes to the left, eyes to the right. And then your hands on your shoulders again. and messy hair. And this time imagine coming down a beautiful staircase. Notice the colour, the shape of the staircase, the texture of the materials it's made from. Notice what you notice about it. And here we go. Let's count down now from 1 to 17. Here we are. 1. Noticing the feel of your body as it moves with elegance and grace down those stairs. 4, 5, count out loud, and 6. Noticing the balustrade. 7 and 8. Notice what it's made of and its colour, the colour of the staircase and its shape. Notice what you notice about the bottom of the stairs. What's there? 9 and 10, 11 and 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There we go. And then just a little self-hug now, bringing your eyes to the centre, eyes to the left and eyes to the right, eyes to the left, 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 eyes to the right. That's it. And now just begin that havening again. And this time, just imagine that you are in magical waters, healing waters, completely safe. If you can't swim, you have your tire on or your life jacket, and there's somebody there supporting you, or you can swim and you're in safe harbours. Easy, easy, easy. And you're taking some strokes across that water. Here we go. Healing, safe waters. We're going to count from 1 to 12. Here we are. 1 and 2. Feeling the buoyancy of your body in the water. 3 and 4. The temperature of the water just right for you. 5 and 6. Feeling completely safe and held. 7 and 8. And 9 and 10. Feeling the power of your body as it moves through the water. 11 and 12. And now just rubbing those palms together. Eyes to the centre, eyes to the left, eyes to the right, eyes to the left and eyes to the right, eyes to the left, eyes to the right, eyes to the left, eyes to the right, eyes to the left, eyes to the right. That's it. And now let's just count backwards from 7 through to 1, feeling more and more peaceful, more and more comforted, more and more ease in your system. Here we go. 7, feeling more and more relaxed. And 6, more and more calm. And 5, peace and ease. 4 and 3, feeling that serenity, comfort and ease. And 1, that's it. And now tune in to whatever you were thinking about just before. And notice on that 0 to 10 scale, 10 being as intense as it could be, 0 being no problem. Notice where you are now. If you're at a 0 or a 1, you're done. If it's higher than a 2 or a 3, just repeat this video. Repeat it again and you'll see how those numbers fall down and collapse, bringing your whole system back to peace. So we've shared a variety of techniques with you this week to help you deal with stress and anxiety, which is the main focus for this year's Mental Health Awareness Week. The Happiness Foundation, you'll find us at www.thehappinessfoundation.co.uk, and for Gibraltar, my beloved Gibraltar, it's www.thehappinessfoundation.gi. My love to you all. Bye for now.